From this Tyrant cop who tried to detain a man for unjustified reasons.
I'm not committing a crime, I'm not doing anything wrong, I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right. Well, right now my issue is with you guys forcing me to give you my ID. So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation. Is what you
Are you to a group of controlling officers who thought they could oppress a citizen?
A man exercising his rights is being uncooperative?
Yes, you are being uncooperative.
How is that?
You're creating
Say the word disturbance, I dare you.
You would like to trespass from the bank.
Are you trespassing my eyeball?
You're trespassing from the property.
I was never on their property, so how are you going to do that?
These are times when Tyrant cops try to bully citizens who actually know their rights. Meanwhile, somewhere in Mississippi, a tyrannical officer tried to intimidate a citizen during a traffic stop.
Under no circumstances are you allowed to just search my car without a search warrant.
I'm just asking you for
What's
more
the probable cause? Can you please explain to him what the probable cause was?
I didn't say there was. Stop, don't interrupt me again, please. I've been more than restrained and trying to be very nice to you, okay?
On February the 18th, 2023, a police officer on patrol initiated a traffic stop of a vehicle driven by a man identified as Ian Alexander. At first, it seemed like the officer simply carrying out his responsibilities. However, as things progressed, it became apparent that he was nothing short of a tyrant cop who was looking to find his next victim.
Well, look, the reason I'm stopping today, Mr. Alexander, is you're going a little fast, window tint's a little too dark, okay? The speed limit's 45, I'm doing 45, and you came by me, all right? You're obviously faster than me, about 10 miles over to be in fact. So, also, your window tint's too dark. Mr. Alexander, will you step back here and talk to me, please?
I guess I can.
Yeah, please, if you don't mind. You're not under arrest or anything, I just want to talk to you. Okay. My concern is that you are about to suck all the oxygen out of the air right now because you're breathing so heavy. All right, you're so nervous. And so why would you be extremely or overly nervous with me for a simple traffic stop?
I mean, because I was talking and I was busy, but I didn't know I was speeding.
Okay.
So I wasn't really sure why I was getting pulled over.
Okay. Are you under the influence of any narcotics or alcohol today?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. So your pupils are like pinpoint, and that's why I asked.
I mean,
have you taken any prescriptions or anything?
You asked me why I was nervous. First of all, I didn't realize I was speeding. So did you get that on radar, or?
I paced you. I was right behind you. Actually,
Okay.
You passed me, as I said earlier.
I mean, it's possible because I was talking and
It's
we
not
were in
possible.
a
It's
conversation.
fact.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have just stopped you for nothing. I mean, I'm doing the speed limit and you passed me, so there's that. I mean,
Okay.
that's in my line of work. That's called a clue. When I'm doing the speed limit and you pass me, that would be a very obvious indicator of you.
With you, I like I said, I might have been, but I don't remember. But, okay.
When the officer approached the driver, he explained that he was being stopped for speeding and tinted windows, but for some reason, he began asking questions that had no relation whatsoever to the alleged offense.
And you're saying about my tent, but
Yep.
I'm pretty sure the tent's not illegal.
I guarantee you it is. The state law is 28%, and that's a lot
In the
darker
front
than
or the
28%.
back?
Any window.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know.
Okay. Well, and that's common.
You're asking me why I'm nervous. That's because I was kind of upset. You're asking me where I'm going and where I live, and I don't think that I don't have to answer that.
You absolutely don't. It's just casual conversation. You have anything illegal in the car today?
No, like I said, I got a concealed carry permit, but other than that, I don't have nothing illegal.
Okay, so there's nothing. Would you mind if I look?
No, you may not look.
You may not look.
Unless you have a search warrant.
Okay, I don't, but
Okay.
I'm simply asking. I mean, your
I
pupils
mean,
are.
I can open up the trunk, I can open the doors up, but I don't want you to go in and look through my car.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like I have to.
And you absolutely don't. I'm simply see in my line of work. What I do is I love doing this. Okay, I love working in narcotics, and you're giving off a lot of precursors that could potentially lead up to narcotics. I'm not saying that you do, and I'm not saying that you don't. If you don't have anything,
No, I don't have any narcotics. I don't.
And I didn't say that you
you're
did.
foaming at the mouth. You're asking me why I'm nervous. I mean, this is ridiculous. May I have a supervisor?
You're talking to him.
Okay.
As a supposed supervisor, it was quite disappointing to see that he hadn't even mastered the law at this point in his career.
There's nothing illegal in my car whatsoever.
Would you like to see my supervisor?
I mean, what's the next step? Am I going to get a ticket for speeding or what?
That's to be determined. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm simply asking for. I don't understand why you're getting so hostile with me.
Because the way I'm being treated. I mean,
how are you being treated?
How do I look like I have narcotics?
I didn't say you look like you had narcotics. I said you were displaying indicators.
What are you saying? I have pupils. I'm nervous. I mean, I was upset because you're asking me where I'm going.
That was just casual conversation.
I give you the permission to view what's in my car. But
Okay,
under no
here's the
circumstances
thing.
are you allowed to just search my car without a search warrant. I mean,
There's a few different ways that I can. Probable cause, okay, which I'm just asking you for
What's
verbal
the
consent.
probable cause? Can you please explain to him what the probable cause
I didn't
was?
say there was. I
You
just
did-
asked you if I could
you
look.
said I had
Look, you're just
suspicion
getting
of
defensive
narcotics.
with me for asking common questions. All right, I'm just doing my job. I'm doing what's called a patrol investigation. I made a stop for probable cause, which
Can
the
I
probable
please have a
cause was
witness,
speeding.
sir?
He is a witness.
Can you please come closer and listen? Okay, thank you.
He's recording. I'm recording. I know y'all are recording. That's fine. That's well within your
Sure, there
right.
are steps to go to the station and get copies and everything of this, because this is ridiculous.
Sure, speeding vehicles sometimes turn out to be piloted by drunk drivers, but having a good look at the gentleman before him, it was evident that he was completely sober. However, the officer was intent on bullying an innocent citizen who actually turned out to be well informed about his legal rights.
There are indicators leading me up to this questioning. Okay, I'm not just saying, ooh, hey, guy in the middle of the road, breathing heavy, whatever. But there are indicators that have led me down this path, which is why I asked. So I get it, he's upset. This isn't something that people go through every day, and I hate that he feels like I'm coming at him some type of way. But there's a reason why I'm asking these questions and I'm asking. I do not come at people some type of way that you perceive that I am, okay? You got defensive with me for doing my job, okay? Stop, don't interrupt me again, please. I've been more than restrained and trying to be very nice to you, okay? So here's the thing. I've asked you questions and you've just been defensive with me the whole time, trying to do my job. All right, so I'm gonna ask you one more time.
No.
Do you mind if I look in your car or not?
No.
Okay, well then just sit tight. Don't go back in the car for now. You know, I'm borderline that I don't have enough physical indicators in the vehicle, physical traits like any shake, anything like that. I don't have any odors. I don't have any cover smells. There's no trees hanging from the from the mirror or anything like that. There's no odor concealers, anything like that. All I have right now is behavioral indicators, and I mean this dude's behavioral indicators are through the roof. I don't have any like physical indicators, but dude, his behavioral indicators are just skyrocketed, and I think there's something here. He's just shutting me down. I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough right now to go any further with it than I can, so I was looking for a dog. But it'll be all right. If he is dirty, we'll end up getting him one day, I'm sure. All right, Mr. Alexander, issuing you 2 citations today, 1 for speeding 10 over and 1 for window tint. Give you court date of March 29th.
As expected, the police officer had no justification for his patrol investigation, and the driver was let go on citations for speeding and window tint. Much like this cop with limited knowledge of the law, these 3 bullies thought they could use their authority to trespass a man out of public property.
I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right. Well, right now my issue is with you guys forcing me to give you my ID. So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation. Is what you
Are you?
On August the 30th, 2024, the manager of the Jolly Pumpkin Brewery in Michigan called the cops to report a man for filming customers and refusing to leave despite being asked multiple times. Following the report, 3 officers of the East Lansing Police Department were dispatched to the scene, and upon arrival, they met the man in question, Joseph Hill, standing on the sidewalk, still going about his filming business.
Hey, what's up?
Good. Yourself?
Good. So we just got a call from Jolly Pumpkin here saying that they don't want you to videotape in this area right here.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have your ID on you?
Am I committing a crime?
So they just want you to be moved along from the premises.
Okay.
Have you been trespassed or anything?
I'm not even on their property.
So this is Jolly Pumpkin's property right here.
The public sidewalk is their property. I mean, they clearly roped off what they're using.
This is for seating right here.
This is.
Hey, what's up, bro?
Do you mind if I see your ID?
Have I done something wrong?
So they just want you moved along, so we don't know if it's up to go in there and ask them if they want you trespassed or not.
No, man.
To being on the property.
No, look.
I'm not trying to make it hard for you at all.
I'm not trying to either. I just really believe that I'm on public property, not their property, and therefore I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm taking pictures in public, which is a First Amendment right.
And ultimately,
Therefore, I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be ID. I shouldn't be trespassed. I shouldn't be anything. I don't. This is where I'm at. I mean,
yeah, I understand. Ultimately, they just don't want you on their property anymore because it can kind of make other people feel uncomfortable in the area. It's making staff
okay.
feel uncomfortable.
To stop the trespass, I'll move down to the end of their barrel. And then it's confusing to me, but then I'm off their property even though it's public sidewalk, right?
I mean, this is technically like their property here. They have, so if you're on like their premises here, they just don't want you around their business right now. It's making people feel uncomfortable a little bit, so. What are you taking pictures of, just like students and stuff, or?
I was just walking along taking pictures until one of their customers called me back and a couple other things, and then I stayed.
Okay. Alright. Well, Officer Sermon is in there right now just talking to staff about it, and if anything, they just want you moved along.
A few moments later, the female officer was joined by a colleague, and together they would try to use their power and authority to intimidate Joseph and scare him off.
Hi. Are you the one that called on him? Okay. You want him trespassed?
Yes.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep, of course.
All right, my man. You got your ID on you?
Have I broken the law?
No, they want you trespassed, so therefore we have the right to ID.
I have a right to leave then, right?
No. You are now being detained because you are going to be trespassed. I need to identify you before you're trespassed. In order to write you, your trespass notice.
That's good they took the glasses off, man.
Alright. So you're gonna trespass me from this sidewalk?
What's that? No, you're trespassing this establishment.
But I'm not in the establishment.
They have the right to trespass you.
I've never been on their property.
They have the right to trespass you.
So I can stay here.
The sidewalk is public.
So I can stay here.
You have a
You're
First
just
Amendment right.
trespassing me from walking
Correct.
inside.
Correct.
Okay. No.
I don't know why you would want to do that because they're frustrated with you.
I don't know why they would trespass me from their property without even being on their property.
They have the right to do that. It is a private establishment.
Because of how consumed he was by power, the officer failed to do his due diligence and conduct a proper investigation before retrieving Joseph's ID and moving to trespass him.
So what has he been doing the whole time? As he came inside, as he came up to the door?
No, he's been where he was at, but he's recording all of my guests, and they're putting like menus on their faces, and he will not stop recording them, and they keep telling him to stop, and he will not stop.
Okay.
He told me he's doing an investigation, but couldn't tell me anything about anything, and he
Okay.
will not stop. And I said, okay, I'm going to call the police, see what's going on. He's like, do you think the police will stop me? I said, I guess we'll find out.
Okay. So
It's not my property, I can't get the trespassing, right?
So it's kind of a gray line because he's right in front of your establishment, but he never entered it. But the sidewalk is public property. I'm going to have another chat with my sergeant and see. I am kind of also trying to mediate between you and between him and trying to find, like, if he can just move a block down so that he's done bothering you and then he doesn't have to be trespassed. That would be...
He simply told me he will not stop recording, so he's not going to stop recording. All my guests are feeling uncomfortable, and that's
Okay.
not good for my business, obviously, for my guests.
Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, Joseph, can we find a way to mediate this where there's not issues between you and Jolly Pumpkin?
Well, right now my issue is with you guys forcing me to give you my ID.
Okay. I am investigating a possible trespass. Okay. I have reasonable suspicion to ID you because a crime is
You
afoot.
have reasonable.
I don't know when I come on scene and I make contact with you.
16 and 35.
And he did go in and talk. Did they lie? Did they lie?
I just went. No,
No,
they
you
just
went
said.
inside before you took my ID. You went inside to talk to them.
I said, would you like him trespass from your property? They said yes. So then I came outside here.
So you solicited a trespass without doing your investigation. Is what you.
Are you willing to have a conversation with me or no?
You just said you went inside to find out if
Correct.
I went on their property,
I
but
told you
went
exactly what I
inside and
just
said,
So them
"Do you want
calling
him
us- them calling
trespassed?"
us is giving us the reasonable suspicion to contact you, correct?
No, I can call the cops on them.
Yeah, we can.
You can, yes.
Yeah, we can talk.
Yes,
And
100%.
investigate it.
Why would you? I mean, what are they doing wrong? I
Why-
can see from here.
Well, what are you doing
All they're
wrong?
doing is
Called
being
us- they
beautiful.
called us for trespass.
I mean,
Well, what are you doing wrong?
that
That's what the call is. I'll even
That,
tell you.
right. So you should have
Exactly.
never even talked to me. When you see me driving by,
So-
went, oh wow,
so-
that's guys in public
So yes, I
taking
went.
pictures.
How do I know?
Can I have my ID back?
It almost seemed as if the officer was more concerned with bullying the man out of the premises rather than following due process and handling the situation like he oughta. What he didn't know, however, was that Joseph was literally a law junkie, and not the type to be trampled upon.
Feel harassed right now?
Do I know this is my
Are
job?
you a reasonable person?
I would like to think so.
Okay, well, I'm doing more right now with you than I was them because I wasn't even talking to them.
But it's how they feel. It's not how I feel. It's how
You
they
just
feel.
said a reasonable person, and you're a reasonable person. I feel
I'm
that
not-
maybe they were unreasonable in their
I'm not going to sit
expectation
here-
of privacy in public.
That's where you can.
They could have sat inside, sir.
But they didn't want to. They covered their faces up by the manager. And
Why?
They left because they're not happy with what happened. So they asked him to stop, and there was a little disagreement between you and the guest.
Nope.
That's what I was.
I didn't say a word.
How anybody can feel a certain way. I agree. Feel a certain way. They feel a certain way. People have the right to feel it. If they feel a certain way, they feel harassed by you. They should feel it.
But what I'm hearing though is a lot of feelings. Feelings.
Any other questions for us?
No, are you done harassing me? Are you telling me that I have to leave?
I never told you that you had to leave. I told you you could stay right there.
Okay, well, you wanted to become an amicable situation
I
where
asked to
they
leave.
were happy and I was happy.
Correct. I did do that. You are correct. I did do that, and I asked you to stand over there. Yes. You are right. I did do that. I never ordered you to leave.
They could have said, that's their business, that's the
Folks,
people that want to see.
you're in public. I'm sorry. Would you like to move inside? I can do that. Create your own privacy. If you don't want to be filmed in public or seen in public, maybe you shouldn't sit outside.
People allowed to sit there and ask you to not film them and not be upset by it. Can they be upset?
Can they? Sure. Can they call the cops and threaten a trespass? You know? Men with guns came because of a guy with camera. Breaking news. 3.
That's not why.
3.
I'm the supervisor. And that's going extra $2 million.
I appreciate you showing up because I don't trust these two. Not the way they were going. And can I have your card? Sure. I'll send you a copy later.
Not everyone is always educated around here as well. And they're calling the police. So we try to do that.
And that's part of what this is education. They didn't want to talk to me about it, though. They wanted to talk to you about it, so you had to do the
When I go to a
education.
restaurant, I don't want to talk to people walking by.
I don't even want you to show up. Tell dispatch. He's a guy with a camera. I talked to him already.
Did you have a loudspeaker too earlier?
Nope.
Someone said you someone with a loudspeaker. I don't know what it
But
is.
it does seem like your officer there solicited trespass without an investigation.
And that's your opinion, and you're very open to that.
When did you find out I was never on their property?
Send me that and we can talk, okay? I work Sunday as well.
All right, thank you, sir.
Following this incident, Joseph filed a complaint against all 3 officers. Meet these Tyrant officers who found themselves outmatched by a citizen who was conversant with the law.
Well, when I passed by, you were looking in the window at the bank.
What's
there.
wrong with looking in a window?
You say you're just hanging out here. What do you do? Why wouldn't you want to identify yourself?
Why do I have to?
Because you were looking in the window at the bank.
What's wrong with that? I have a right of the 4th Amendment. You know what the 4th Amendment is?
Very well
To
aware.
be securing your person, papers, in effect.
In January of 2026, a police officer with the Millstadt, Illinois Police Department approached a man on a sidewalk after observing what he perceived as strange behavior. However, what could have ended as a cordial encounter turned into a heated exchange between a tyrant and a citizen who knew their rights.
Hey, sir. How's it going, man? How's it? I'm just checking on you. You were looking in that window over there. What's going on with you today? Sir? Hey, sir. Sir, I need to speak with you. Sir, I need to speak with you. Do you know him?
No, I don't.
Okay. Hey, boss. Hey, boss. We need to talk.
251 status.
4906. Can you start my way, please? Walking down North Jefferson. That's fine. We're all video too. Thank you. Hey, are you good, man? You have a mask. You're looking in the bank. I just need to talk to you, make sure you're okay. Make sure everything's okay. What were you doing looking in the bank? Huh?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Just so you know, we're audio and video recording too.
That's cool.
Okay.
That's cool.
All right. What's your name?
Huh?
What's your name?
Mike.
Mike?
Mike Huck.
Mike Huck? Nice one. Hey, we do need to talk though. Huh? No, I mean, I saw you looking in the bank. I need to talk to you and figure out what that's about. 6-449. Respond to me at the rear of Central Bank, please. Sir. What? Hey, look, if you're looking in a bank and you got a mask on, I need to speak to you. Okay?
What about it?
That's not normal activity.
What isn't normal?
To wear a mask and looking in a window at the bank.
Standing here, man.
Okay.
Nothing's wrong with
when
that.
I passed by, you were looking in the window at the bank.
What's
there.
wrong with looking in a window?
I mean, that wouldn't be normal activity. Most people aren't walking by a bank.
If I see something in the window and I want to look, I can see it. I can
6 or 49. Are you guys listening to my traffic? Can you join me in the back of Central Bank, please? I understand, but I just need to make sure everything's okay. Do you have an identification on you?
Do you have an identification?
I do. I'm Officer Fowler.
No, like your actual ID card where it shows your address.
Yeah, fine. Just get an uncooperated subject. Use another.
Uncooperated, guys. I'm gonna go back to doing what I was doing.
What were you doing?
I don't know. You tell me.
A person who is merely looking through a window does not automatically translate to criminal intentions, but in a Tyrant officer's mind, it probably did.
Hey, look, we're talking, okay?
6049, do you copy?
I am not here to harass in any way, but if I look at somebody looking into the window at the bank,
yeah,
that's concerning. You can understand that, correct?
No, not really.
No? No, not wearing a mask looking in the window at the bank?
No, sure isn't, man.
Okay.
Not in this day and age.
Not in this day and age.
Yeah, that's your favorite line, this day and age, you know.
I'm not sure what you're talking
With all
about.
the 911 calls, terrorists, all that stuff.
I hear you.
That's where.
Who are you videotaping? Who are you videotaping, bud? Who is she? You know him? Do you know him?
5249 corridor.
Listen to your radio. I'm at Central Bank. Please join me. Do you know him?
I think so.
Okay. He just turned his video camera towards you and said there she is, so I didn't know it.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, guys, she definitely has you on.
Who is she to you?
Huh?
Who is she to you?
Oh, I can't answer that. There's a lot of things I can't answer, man.
Okay. Why's that, man?
Yeah. Why'd you turn on your lights?
To let you know that I was needing to speak with you.
So you turn on your lights to speak with people?
Yeah,
You
sometimes.
can't just come up to them and talk to them without turning your lights on?
Well, that's how it activates my camera.
Oh, okay. Which camera?
Body worn and
Well, you can activate that yourself.
I
right?
can, you're correct.
Oh, okay. All right.
You say you're just hanging out here.
Huh?
You say you're just hanging out here. What do you do? Why wouldn't you want to identify yourself?
Why do I have to?
Because you were looking in the window at the bank.
What's wrong with that?
Well, it's not normal activity.
It is.
I told you,
That's where. Do you want me to listen? Go ahead and disregard.
I drove by, he's wearing a mask looking in the bank. I tried to stop and talk to him. He's not providing me any information. He just wants videotape. And then a female was walking in the bank and he said, there she is. So I don't know.
Howdy. How's it going? So, public sidewalk. Stop that.
No.
But,
Just slightly concerning what you're doing. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
While it's common knowledge that not only criminals wear masks, these officers seem to have a real problem with it, and they weren't going to stop until they got what they wanted.
Do you need somebody to trespass somebody from a property because he just videoed inside of my bank?
Okay,
And
that's an issue. Okay, all right. She would like him trespassed. Yeah.
I've never been on their property.
Well, we're going to confirm that. So,
You've already confirmed it. Yeah, you're blocking my way.
The manager would like you trespassed.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. No, I don't.
No, we do.
No, I don't.
We do.
Legally, I don't, man.
In order to trespass you, we need your name.
You tell me that I can't go on the property and that's the end of it.
No.
That's how it
we need to be able to document it because then we would never know.
You documenting by saying this gentleman
we don't know.
was never on their property.
That's not how that works.
It is how it works, man.
This is the chief of police.
Why are you you're the chief?
Why are you being so
What's your name? A man exercising his rights is being uncooperative?
Yes, you are being uncooperative.
How is that?
You're creating
Say the word disturbance, I dare you. I already know how it goes, guys. You don't know what I used to do, you don't know what I currently do.
Okay, so why are you doing this?
Because I can't, I have a right to.
Okay, because you're trying to
I was standing on the corner on my cell phone. I looked and turned towards the window, not doing anything. So anybody who looks towards the bank window is suspicious?
Yes, it is.
With the mask on during business hours?
It's cold outside. I have my mask on all day.
She said you were videotaping inside the bank and she would
Just
like you trespass.
Just now, yeah.
Okay.
So what are you, trespassing my eyeballs?
She would like you trespass from the bank.
Are you trespassing my eyeballs?
You're trespassing from the property.
I was never on their property. So how are you going to do that?
Okay.
I mean, this is their property.
This is a public easement. Public right of way. Yeah, public right of way.
So here's my thing.
Man, are you guys educated or not?
You're trying to create problems.
Oh, we already created it. Yeah, we already created the problems.
No, you did this.
No, you guys did it because I was just standing there. I didn't even have my camera out or anything. I was just on my phone. And then I saw this. I was starting to walk and I saw this gentleman turn his lights on. And then he was trying to call me over for some reason. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I told you why. I observed you looking in the window of the bank.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Now the bank manager
I can
came
look
out and
inside
said
anything.
she saw you videotaping inside of the bank. She would not like you on the property.
Cool. I wasn't on the property.
She would not like you videotaping the bank. Therefore, we need your identification so we can trespass you from the property. You are not receiving any citations today. We simply need your name.
But you don't need my information.
We do.
No, you don't.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't. Legally, you don't. I have a right of the Fourth Amendment. You know what the Fourth Amendment is?
Very well aware.
To be securing your person, papers, and effects.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't have to give you any information, especially if I haven't been on their property. You want to go down this road? We can go down this road, man.
Well, I understand.
Yeah,
man,
yeah. I'm going to have fun with you guys. So,
Sure you are.
Yeah.
Not only did the officers fail woefully in their attempts to bully the fellow, he also gave them a much-needed schooling about the law while they were at it.
So right now, you're actually interfering right now with my duties that I have.
We understand.
No, we have a very much of a right to check out to see.
No, you don't.
Yes.
If I haven't committed a crime, you don't. Do you suspect me of committing a crime? That's the most important part. Well, you can't go off and we don't know.
That was the reason I
we have
stopped you
reasonable
today.
suspicion.
You have reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime. Man, I know the law, dude. I'm very well versed in this.
Yeah, you're very well versed in trying to create problems.
Oh, we already created it, man. So what now?
You've done that.
No, how, man?
What?
By standing,
alarming these
by
people in the
turning and looking at somebody. I was reading the balloon inside of her window. First off, if you want to go, we can go look at it.
We're not gonna go look at it.
Okay, so you can't just come up to somebody because they're looking at somebody's window. And you're the chief? What's your name, man?
It's Alan.
Okay. Yeah, you guys might want to read up on some case law.
You might want to.
Oh, I know him.
No, you don't even let me finish, so I need that.
I don't have to, man. You work for the people, and you guys are trying to stand there. I'm not being detained.
How do you trespass from the property?
We're just trying to get your information, man.
Yeah, you're not
and
getting my
trespass you.
information. Yeah, I haven't been on their property, so. I know the laws, man. I don't have to give you anything.
Look, if you're not up to anything, we're not here to be asked.
You already
But you
been.
see somebody looking in the bank during the business
I'm going to
hours
go look at the
with a
bank
mask
again.
on.
There's nothing you can do about it.
So you've been trespassed. If you go back and you look in the bank window again,
I'm not on their
that will
property.
be an issue.
I'm not on their property. What are you going to trespass my eyeballs? You want to come down there with me while I do it again? Oh, okay. So there's no issue. You guys might as well get back in your cars and drive away.
She's saying if he was inside at all. Filming.
Regarding Valley Clear, Nicholas and Angela Tech out of Volvo.
What's your badge number?
They both have a slash 27 valid out of Volvo.
I got it all right here. That's all that matters. I don't need it. Okay. Yeah. You can save it for somebody else, man. You still have failed to say what the problem is. Looking inside of the business is not, nothing.
I would say it's reasonable suspicion.
It's not.
I do. I would absolutely.
Looking inside of, I could come to your house and look inside your house from the sidewalk all day long. There's nothing you can do.
We certainly have a problem then.
Something wrong. So if I'm standing on the public sidewalk looking at your house, filming your house, there's going to be a problem.
Between you and I personally, yes.
No, it wouldn't be personal. I don't know what that means. But, as you guys can see right there, it's trying to get my information without me being on their property. If I was on their property.
At this point, it was clear that the officers were all talk and couldn't do anything because legally he hadn't committed a crime.
We know why you're here today, man. We understand.
Say it. Why do you understand that?
You have a YouTube channel? You know how this works.
How does it work?
You videotape us, put us on YouTube, you blast us, we get it.
Yep, and then people, they regress you guys and they contact you guys and tell you how you did it. I'm just a guy with the camera, man. You guys create the content, you can either do it or you can violate somebody's rights. Either way, I'll post you, man. If you guys are great, I'll post you and let you know how great of a job you did. If not, it's on you guys. So.
Hey, can we at least get out of the way? So you have to run over
by here.
when there's cars coming.
I know how to move, man.
I'm just asking.
Same thing for you.
Yeah.
Do you mind getting out of the bay? I don't
said
want you to
we,
get hit.
all of us.
Oh, okay. No, I'm good right here.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Outside.
Yeah, was recording her through the window.
Which isn't illegal. I mean, we can't do anything about that.
It was pointing at her.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin. I mean, legally, there's nothing we can do. We can't ID him. We can't trespass until he actually comes onto the property. We can't ID him.
He's trying to bait us into.
Oh yeah, he wants to get paid.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
So, hey Jacob, we're done with it.
Yep, disengage. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Until he actually goes onto the property from the sidewalk.
In the end, the cops wasted 20 minutes trying to intimidate an innocent man. 20 minutes that could have been spent saving another person's life.